Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. Today we are totally bypassing that slow, painful grind of building a credit profile from scratch. Because let's face it, if your credit profile is what banks consider thin, they often won't touch you no matter how much money you make. So we're diving right into the ultimate absolute beginner shortcut to legally and rapidly elevate your credit profile.
Let me ask you this. What if you could literally borrow 10 years of perfect credit history? Just imagine having a decade of flawless financial success show up on your credit report by next week. Now, most people think establishing credit takes years of tiny payments on little starter cards. But what if you could bypass the line entirely, even if you were a total rookie?
Well, we're talking about a massive, game-changing jump, like 50 to 80 points in a single month. You can actually achieve this by legally inheriting someone else's perfect financial history, basically overnight. It's an incredible strategy known as the Piggyback Protocol.
To make sure you get this exactly right, we've structured today's explainer into a simple step-by-step tutorial. We're going to cover 1. The credit fast track. 2. Step 1. Identify gold mines. 3. Step 2. Family first. 4. Step 3. Trade line shortcuts. And 5. The strategic rules.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, the credit fast track, demystifying the core concept. Before we get into the exact technical steps of pulling this off, you really need to understand the absolute foundation of why this loophole actually works. The secret here? Becoming an authorized user. See, banks heavily weight the average age of your accounts in their algorithms. If you've only had credit for a year, to them, you look risky. But by becoming an authorized user on an old, established card, you instantly force the credit bureaus to treat that entire long history as if it was yours from day one. So here is our exact 3-step blueprint for the Piggyback Protocol. First, you identify a gold mine account. Then, you look at sourcing it with a family-first approach. And finally, sourcing it through trade lines.
Moving right along to Section 2. Step 1. Identify gold mines. Finding the perfect account to inherit.
This step is absolutely crucial, guys. You cannot just jump onto any random credit card and expect magic. You need a gold mine account. The ideal target has at least 3 to 10 plus years of history. It needs a high credit limit, 0 late payments, that is non-negotiable, and, most importantly, a utilization rate under 10%.
You really have to watch out here. If you attach your name to a maxed-out card with high utilization, it is going to backfire, big time. You aren't just getting their long history, you are inheriting their current debt stress, and that is literally going to tank your score instead of elevating it. Next up is Section 3. Step 2, Family First. Executing the strategy for free. Once you know what a gold mine account looks like, you have to source it. The absolute best, most cost-effective way is the Family First approach. Just ask a close relative or an incredibly close friend. Beginners love this method because it is completely frictionless. No physical card is needed. No separate login required. Seriously, just adding your name to their account triggers the data transfer right to your report. Oh, and here's a massive pro tip for you. If that card happens to be an American Express, getting added as an authorized user actually vets you inside their internal system. That means it's going to be way easier for you to get your own premium, high-limit Amex cards later on down the road.
Okay, let's jump to Section 4, Step 3. Trade line shortcuts. Paying for access when you lack a network.
But what if you don't have a family member with an 800 credit score? Well, there's a completely legal but definitely pricey shortcut using trade lines. Look at the difference here. The Family First strategy gives you free access with a long-term, permanent relationship boost. On the flip side, the trade line shortcut means paying to get added to a stranger's pristine account. It'll cost anywhere from $300 to well over $1,000, and that boost is strictly temporary.
The timeline for these paid trade lines is really critical to understand. In month 1, you're added to a stranger's account. By month 2, your score becomes artificially inflated. But by month 4, that account falls off your report completely. So you have a very short window to perfectly time your own credit applications while your score is up. And that brings us to Section 5, the strategic rules, crucial reality checks for beginners.
We really need to look at the bigger picture here, because there are massive red flags you absolutely have to avoid. If your credit profile looks like this, say 90% authorized user accounts and only 10% primary accounts, lenders are going to spot that instantly. When you go for a mortgage or business loan, they'll see you are just renting a reputation instead of actually building one yourself.
Remember, authorized users are a supplement,
not a replacement. The Piggyback Protocol acts as a jumpstart, but it won't fix a report dragged down by late payments or collections. You absolutely must scrub the slate clean and fix those negative marks first so these new authorized points actually stick.
So, what are your next steps for Elite Credit? The original documentation points to using DIY tools like Credit Rehab Pro to help automatically scan and generate dispute letters to wipe away negatives on autopilot. It also recommends joining the free Credit Bootcamp, where you can access exact trade line providers and learn the precise order of operations to turn this temporary boost into $100,000 in 0% business credit.
So as we wrap up this explainer, the choice is totally yours. Will you wait years for perfect credit, or will you inherit it today? Are you going to continue that slow, painful grind, or are you going to take someone else's time and start winning immediately? Thanks for watching, and start strategizing that next move.